So you went from pop star to being an internet guerrilla activist. Is that where you're supposed to be?
Actually, I'm not consider myself as an activist. I'm just an artist who does things to make people thinking and acting in new ways.
Chúng tôi muốn quên làm mơ. Chúng tôi muốn được tự do ca. Chúng tôi muốn được tự do tụ tập.
We met for the first time
In Malmo, in
Yeah.
the conference of Safe Haven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last year in December or something.
Yes, last year in December.
And I was there to present my Unsongs project.
Yes.
And you were there to...
I was there to escape from my country for a few days because at that time I was under surveillance. I was evicted from my house just after I did the protest when Trump came to my country. I was evicted from my house at the same night, and then at that time I was under surveillance 24/7.
It's not really easy to be a protest singer or a journalist in Vietnam.
No, the censor there is very tight. Yes, if you just sing a love song, it's very easy. Or if you sing about sexuality, it's easier. But as soon as you talk about politics, human rights, you will be in trouble.
Have you ever been denied performing your songs?
I'm effectively banned from singing in my country since 2016,
Right.
because I nominated myself for the National Assembly election as an independent candidate with the very simple aims to encourage people participate in politics. But after that, I start to receive problems.
Where are you now, my Vietnam? Where are your daughters and sons? You must wake up and raise your voice as one. And though we deal but little strokes in time.
Norway is a very free country, at least when compared to Vietnam, and we enjoy privileges that musicians in other places can only dream about. So it's not the same kind of censorship in the same way, but it's definitely difficult sometimes to get your message through if you're singing about politics in Norway too. But you don't get imprisoned. I mean, it's a huge difference, and that was one of the big discoveries for me. Doing this project is to discover how privileged Norwegian musicians are, because we were able to travel to these places, like to Vietnam and to Mexico and to Chile, and we could film whatever we wanted to, we could say whatever we wanted to, and whenever somebody came up to us and asked, "What the hell are you doing?" we could just wave our Norwegian passport and they would go, "Okay."
Trời em thành của anh rồi, đất em thành chỗ anh ngồi.
Since 2016 until now, many things happen in my country. People doing the protest every week. Even the right to do the peaceful protest is not protected by law. And people receive so many violence when they do the protest on the street. And when I'm involved in politics, I spend time with many artists who they call dissident. And from that, I've got many emotions and experience just to write songs about human rights and some social issues and politics. The first time that I had censor, I have to remove my song from the album, was the songs that I wrote is about the beauty of the woman's body, how beautiful of the woman's body. But the people in the culture department, they don't like that, and they forced me to remove the song from the album.
How did that feel?
And I feel very terrible. I feel like I'm not a dumb person. I'm just a children. Someone have a right to tell me things they don't like, or I have to follow someone's idea. I think it's not fair. I was very angry, but at that time I didn't know how to change the way to change this. Now I create art and I write song without thinking about the censorship system. And I feel really, really free. Even some problem happening to me, but now I feel my song have value. My song's valuable now because it have the real emotions, and it make people and myself have emotional every time I perform my songs.
But aren't you afraid?
I'm sure I'm afraid. I'm scared. I feel nervous.
Yeah.
Sure, but I pass all of that emotions, and I kind of use that emotions to create art.
So you will continue making music?
Yes, I'm still making music, doing some art, and I will say what I know. I will sing what I feel, and to be what I am.
Chúng tôi muốn nhà nước kia hãy minh bạch, chỉ thế thôi mà sao không